A massive 50% of you have told us that you are unhappy with your website performance because of either a lack of sales, a lack of conversions, or more than likely both. A situation that I promise you I can sympathize with. But what are the issues? Well, it's harder than ever these days to, one, get people to find you, and two, once they have found you, difficult to make a sale unless you are a giant brand. So today I'm going to help you try and fix both of those problems to make you happier with your website performance. Now, my first tip is a little bit of a hard truth. Should you use SEO? Yes, of course. Are you going to see immediate results from putting in hours of work to your SEO? Probably not. It can take a very long time for those results to start showing. So in the meantime, while you have that done, while you have that happening in the background, here is what you do instead. You utilize your social media because you have built-in reach, you have built-in clients, you have built-in customers, all within social media and social media programs that really want to push your product, push your brand out to people if you've got great content. So use your Instagram, use your Facebook, and use them to the best of your abilities. And if you want to, I would highly recommend this, put them on your website as well. Double up, utilize what you've got. So for example, if we're down on the homepage here, we can use the Smashballoon Instagram Feeds Pro to create something like this particular carousel showcasing all of my website's Instagram posts in a really engaging way. Or alternatively, if YouTube is your thing, I've created an entire page here showcasing all of the most recent WPBeginner YouTube videos. Looks fantastic, updates automatically, really easy to use, and something you should definitely be considering while you're waiting for all that SEO work you've put in to actually come to fruition. So tip number one, maybe a tad depressing. Do all your SEO work and wait, but use all of your other avenues while you are waiting. Tip number two, something you can activate immediately, and that is some social proof. It's one of the first things I will always look at with my websites. What is social proof? It's this idea that if somebody else has done something or has had a good experience with something, then it is safe for you also to do it. People like following other people. I've got two tips for you here, and the first one is incredibly simple. What you want to do is go across to your website, and we're using WooCommerce, so we're going to check the WooCommerce plugin here. And we're going to head down to settings. So this is where you want to be, WooCommerce and settings. From here, the tabs at the top, we want the products tab. And then as we scroll down, we just want to enable reviews right here. So let's enable product reviews. We do want to show verified owner label on customers' reviews. So that means that anybody who has bought anything, you can verify they've bought it. It's a genuine review. And why do you want reviews? Well, because clearly you've got a great product. Let's tell everybody else that it is amazing. You are more likely to make a sale if you have reviews, or as many reviews as possible, for other people to see. Think about shopping on Amazon. Do you check the reviews? If you're anything like me, you absolutely do. So make sure that they are enabled to start with. And then down here in product ratings, I would also advise enabling the star ratings on reviews, and that star ratings should be required, not optional. Again, this gives people a really simple way of looking at something. It's like immediately in their face, this is how good this product is. And it is a way of building trust and building social proof and having people immediately go through and potentially buy your product. So that is a really simple tip, something you can do within WooCommerce. But let's build on that a little bit and see if we can add more social proof and more trust to your website as a whole. What we're going to do from here is we are going to find a social proof app, and it's going to be this one here, TrustPulse. If you need to find where to install that, you can go to plugins, to add new plugin, and we're just going to search for TrustPulse up in the top right hand corner here. I already have it installed, so let's click on TrustPulse here. And if you want to see a full video on how to activate TrustPulse and set up a campaign, I will leave a link for that at the end of the video. But what does TrustPulse do? TrustPulse is going to give you little pop-ups just down the bottom, exactly like this one. Stephen just purchased Opt-in Monster is what that said. That is a sign that somebody else has taken an action, therefore you should also do it. But it doesn't have to be purchases. If we go across to the TrustPulse website itself, this is a really great example. 127 people in the last 24 hours have been checking out TrustPulse. So it doesn't have to be sales. It can be the number of people who have come to the website, a number of people who have looked at this particular product, have signed up for your email list. These are all things that are going to build trust. You're showing that other people are taking actions. And TrustPulse is super easy to set up. You can run a variety of campaigns. Let's have a look here. So if we go into my TrustPulse campaigns, and if we just have a look at the campaign type options, here we go. We can set this up for recent activity. So this is a whole bunch of things like purchases, registrations, signups, exactly as we've just looked at. Or if you are looking to start or have maybe a big sale coming up where a lot of people are expected to take the same action, you can set up an on fire campaign. These are both available in the free version of TrustPulse. You also get a couple of other options with the pro version of TrustPulse, which honestly I do think is the better option. But if you want to check that out, you do want to click the link down in the top pinned comment or in the description where you'll be able to get it for the best possible price. There's another little pop-up down the bottom there. 100 people in the last 7 days have made a purchase. Again, this is all building trust. Look at all these things that people have done. And then if we combine that with some star ratings and some reviews, positive reviews, reinforcement that these actions have been taken, we're starting to convince people that they can trust you, your products, your website, your business, and that is allowing you to make more sales, which is the entire purpose of what we're doing. Okay, tip number 3. How are we going to make sales when we don't make sales? It makes no sense, right? But it does. It makes perfect sense. Trust me. We're going to use another plugin for this. So let's head across to plugins and add new plugin. And this time we're going to come across to the top right-hand side and we're going to search for Opt-in Monster. This one right here. Now I actually already have this installed, so I'm just going to activate it. Now, what can Opt-in Monster do? Opt-in Monster is going to provide you with pop-ups, things that can pop up on screen to either convince people to stay. We can offer them discounts. We can find all kinds of ways of either generating a lead to bring people back later. So if we miss a sale, we can make that sale later. Make sales when you're not making sales because we have a lead now. We can get them back with a discount code with that email address. And Opt-in Monster is going to allow us to do all of that. It's really easy to set up and we can do so by just coming here and launching the setup wizard. We're going to connect our existing account and from here we can create a brand new campaign. So we have multiple options available to us. What kind of things do we want to do? I'm going to go for the templates here. And you can see what your options are. You can do a pop-up, a floating bar, a full screen, loads of different options that you can choose based on what your customer is more likely to respond to. And if you want to see some examples of exactly what that can look like and how you can set them up, then I would strongly suggest clicking this video right here.